So I booked a massage, first professional one I've ever had, figuring I carry a lot of tension that I pick up from working, and I'd wanted to experience what it would feel like to live without them for a while. About 10 minutes in, the masseuse asks if I'd be happy for her to spend more time on my shoulders, as she really wants to get all the knots out. Apparently there's loads. I say yes, knowing it'll hurt more this way, but that seems like the most useful use of her time. That's just it though, I think, with my face down in the massage bed. Even when I'm supposed to be doing something as a respite from always having to make the sensible choice rather than the hedonistic one, I make an ultimately entirely practical decision, being out of practice of doing things just because. And so, I don't stop there. I book another treat. This one's definitely not functional. A full set of acrylic nails with pastel tips and stars. Something silly really when you think about it for too long, but I'm not planning to. I did it for the way that it makes me smile when I type things out on my laptop, and the sensation of running my newly painted fingernails up and down my forearm. And as I painfully pop off the acrylics while watching a film in bed a month later, I have no regrets, other than wishing that I could have paid a nail tech to take them off for me. But that is a luxury I can't afford again. I guess it was nice while it lasted.
Somebody need to document the effects psychologically that a full set will do to you, because psychologically, I got a BBL.
So much of the work I do lives in my mind first and foremost. It's ephemeral, gestures towards things, and is led by feeling. So naturally, when you combine that with my material conditions of having just enough to keep going and little more than that, my body ends up being a blind spot of sorts. Precarity for me has meant that I am only able to look after it well enough for me to keep working. So it was nice to pay it some more attention for once. Treats like the ones that I mentioned are nice enough as passing pleasures, but the colours fade and the knots return. So maybe we should spend a bit more time talking about the treatment we are expected to take as art workers, living on the edge, without the cushion of familial wealth. I can see how so many slip through the net in a system like ours.
Can't make money as an artist now. Can't make money as an artist now. Can't make money as an artist now. But I write the songs in the hopes that somehow I can grab a coffee in the morning light, just to find some semblance of an afternoon delight. But the moon is full and the dark feels right, and so I ride along to the end of the night. Can't make money as an artist now. 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 Can't make money anyhow.
Do you have time for a treat? Pan to the left where a laptop screen shows an art job website. The advert reads, able to manage a stressful environment while delivering high quality to specification and meet deadlines under pressure. Pan right to the tendrils of a passiflora plant sped up 4 times, furiously reaching out in thin air, stretching, grappling and striving for the next support to hold on to. When the plant arrives at it, the scene plays backwards, forwards again, then on repeat. A haunting. This frame pivots north to south, resting on a Mozilla search for chiropodist. Making a list is one thing. Chiropodist, manicure, osteopath, dentist, hygienist, neurologist, pedicure, wax, head massage, haircut, threading, acupuncturist, homeopath. Cut to the barber scene in the film Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy plays a barber using big scissors to snip frantically at a man's afro who sits in the barber's chair in front of him. This man is also played by Eddie Murphy, but the barber is talking. He's talking a lot, and snips the scissors, but actually cutting nothing the whole scene. The whole scene. The whole scene. There is also a framed colour photograph of the day Nelson Mandela visited Brixton, and an embroidery ring stretched across it, and monstera and palm tree leaf printed fabric. Embroidered onto it, in red cotton lowercase serif letters, are the lyrics from the song Work It by Missy Elliott. If you're a fly girl, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair did. Pan left to a scene from Salma's work. Making a list is one thing, but there are many factors outside the role of the curator that make self-care and work-life balance impossible. I see the chiropodist again in 3 to 6 months, the osteopath I'll wait 3 months for, the dentist I saw in November, but there is no follow-up for my child's emergency appointment until December. I called back repeatedly, got an appointment. On the 7th, they got a cold, had to cancel, wait 2 more months. The manicure and pedicure, I can't give a follow-up date for that. The wax and the laser never happened, nor the head massage, nor the sound bath. But the haircut happened. The acupuncturist has been postponed. The homeopath will be in February 2022. Let's see when the neurologist can reply. I've given up on the GP.